Hello everyone, Gavin here, also known as Sucerdamus, and welcome back to my Baldur's Gate solo trilogy run. In this episode we, I think, finish up the Diarnais hold, and we continue to get strong. Now, as you'd expect, my goal primarily is to finish up my fighter levels and to get to mage as soon as possible. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll pull the curtain back a little bit. As of now, I've gotten up to level 12 as a mage, and I'm just getting to that point where I can gear up and get enough XP to get my fighter levels back. And when you hit level 15 mage, that's when things start getting real, because you get the super skeleton warriors off of your animate dead spell. You summon a few of those, haste them, or improved haste if you're feeling cheeky, add a moored sword or so, and you just clear the game. And then you just drop skull traps on top of them because they're immune to magic. So if you haven't seen that before, it'll be a sight to behold.
I'll see to it. Ribald Bardaman at your service.
But for now, we are a berserker, so we get to berserk on things. You can see I'm getting quite a few scrolls. The idea is that I want enough scrolls that I can stand for 20 minutes and memorize scrolls, erase the ones that I have memorized, and re-memorize. Uh, you know, just over and over and over, and then go up to like level 10 before even moving. I probably want the Bracers of Defense armor class 3 right there. I I probably should have bought them now, truth be told. Because obviously as a mage I'm not going to be buying, or I'm not going to be wearing armor. The Robe of Vecna is going to be our go-to. I'm not certain if I already have it bought and stashed, or if I do that later, but as of recording this, I have it. The other items I'm interested in is the Staff of Rin, those bracers that I mentioned. The Shield of Baldur would be handy but not necessary, and Vylor's Helm, which allows you to cast Simulacrum once per day. That's really helpful because it allows you to keep your best scrolls in your hotbar, and you can have your Simulacrum cast them for free. It doesn't use up the actual scroll. So right here I was doing a little bit of science. You can't use the silence spell before the enemy is aggroed. The primary reason for fighting these guys is twofold. One, for the Cloak of Non-Detection, because that will be that'll be really helpful once I get the Staff of the Magi. I can't be detected. And I also want that guy's full plate mail. So that didn't go very well. The reason I was losing right there is because I was focusing someone who could just tank with mirror images and stone skin. Doesn't make any sense to do that. Because to be honest, those guys don't have any ability to kill me because I'm immune to their crowd control. And really all they can do is cast, flame arrow, magic missile. If they cast fireballs and stuff, honestly, that's better for me than it is good for them. So I think this fight I wisen up and I start killing the people who are dealing damage to me, and then I save the mages for last.
I hope this is worth it.
I'm in the habit from Baldur's Gate 1 to be a little bit shy with my spells. I really should be a little bit more,
Time is up. Yeah.
I don't know what the right word is, liberal with my usage of them. For those of you that don't know, if you actually kill that thief before he runs away, he drops a ring of invisibility, which can be quite useful. Particularly if you're doing a fighter thief or maybe a solo assassin, someone that can backstab, because you can ordinarily, you know, backstab, run around a corner, hide in shadows, come back around and backstab again, and do that to your heart's content. But sometimes that's just not an option, and so that cloak of invisibility gives you another free backstab.
Hold still.
But for me, I don't really need that that ring of invisibility. And there's another one that you can buy later, or you find, or something. I know that there's another that's able to be used. So with that, my armor class goes down to -7 versus -5, I believe. As you can see from that level up, I gained 3 HP because I'm getting to the point where you don't get your hit die in health anymore. You just get 3 per level.
It's done.
So I'm gonna be, you know, around 150 HP for the rest of the game. And 150 is nothing to sneeze at. That's quite good.
Ribald Bardaman at your service.
One thing I've always wanted to try is do a Barbarian and try a resistance build rather than, you know, stacking armor class as you ordinarily do. So you'd be using the, I think it's the Defender of East Haven or something like that. It's a +2 flail that gives you a little bit of armor class, and it gives you 20% resistance to all melee attacks or all physical forms of damage. You can also stack that with a few other items. I'm trying to think of the others. And then the Barbarian gets the innate, I think, 20% resistance to all damage.
Hello, friends. But she is worthy of your trust. If you feel worthy of that, think on it. But the door is closing soon. Wow, an adventurer.
And then you can stack hardiness. I don't know if they fixed it, but you used to be able to stack the hardiness spell like twice the high level ability. So you could get 60%, you know, even higher resistance to physical damage straight from that without even doing anything else. That keeps you alive in the late game, particularly in some of the harder fights in Watcher's Keep.
It's probably best left to me.
For some reason, I keep thinking that there's some reason I would want to go do the Baron Ployer subquest with Jaheira. I feel like inside that room there's a good scroll. I don't remember what it is. It might be Spell Strike or something, but I seem to remember that in one of the containers in that room, or off of one of his mage friends, you get a really great scroll.
Hold. What was that sound? You too.
One that you ordinarily can't get until later, like in the Underdark.
Where is he? He's in the lower... God, no.
I cannot be caged. I cannot be controlled. Understand this as you die, ever pathetic, ever fools.
I think the only super important spells that I'm missing for my mage that I know I won't get until later is improved haste. I like project image, chain contingency, although I think I'll get that later. Trying to think of any others. I don't think I have Mordenkainen's sword yet. Mordenkainen's, how do you say that? But you know what I mean. So I was considering selling these for the glasses of identification, but I decided against it. You have to identify 28 items in order to make that worthwhile, obviously, because it costs 100 gold to identify an item, and those cost 2,800. But I don't think it's worth the inventory slot. It might be, from a strictly monetary standpoint, worth it, but it cost me that inventory slot, which is all important as a solo character. And if I really want to save money, then I can identify things once I'm a mage.
I'm there.
And although money is kind of a tight spot in chapter 2 and 3, where I'm at now, I don't think you need to pinch pennies. You'll notice that this video and a few of the next ones are pretty short. I apologize for that. That's just because on the day I was recording them, I had stuff that I needed to go and do, and I didn't have, 40 minutes to sit down and record.
Now I know you are eager to set off after Imoen, and I assure you that the time will come soon. It takes time to allocate the funds, however.
I'll see if I can put together a couple of them, so maybe you won't even notice the difference, but odds are I'll probably be uploading this one that's 13 minutes and then one that's like 7 minutes. So I'm sure you'll forgive me for that. It probably doesn't affect your viewing in any way. Just makes my series a little bit less uniform looking. But that's the end of this one. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.